Hello, welcome. This is episode 59 of So Well Spoken. With me is Mike.
Yo.
And Angelus.
Yo.
Every Wednesday, under the hashtag SBC Chat, Twitter account 6brownchicks post weekly advice seekers explaining their current situation and asking for some guidance. So the first question from this past Wednesday. We met on Tinder, and it was a great match.
Oh, God. I already know where this is going.
1 month in, I'm thinking we're headed somewhere. But he's updating his profile with pics of my car, my apartment, etc. He refuses to delete it. Advice, because he is the one.
What?
How the hell do you know somebody's the one after 1 month? That shit's always been wild to me.
I mean, I can see it. I just think she's definitely wrong in this case.
I mean, she's clearly got the signs that are telling her, nah, he's not the one. But
exactly. Yeah.
She's really thinking it. Honestly, I don't have advice for her. Go for it, because you're gonna ignore your signs anyway. You know, you want what you want. Do what you want. And take that out, because it's gonna happen. So whatever.
The heart wants what the heart wants. The heart wants what the heart wants. That's it. So let's go ahead. You taking pictures of your stuff? So
it's already his. That man said 1 month in, what's yours is mine. So fuck it. He's the one. Besides, if he's the one, then it won't really matter because what's yours is his anyway. So
I get y'all living up to y'all vows already. Ain't that cute?
I know. Bless their hearts.
You guys have really turned on these people.
They turned on us first. It was on them. Now it's just like, all right, do you, fam?
Out of nowhere, my 47-year-old fiance says he's quitting this modern high-tech life and wants us to live on the open land like fucking cowboys. He's quit his job. He steals veggies out of other people's gardens to eat and won't help pay rent. Wants to squat. Help me.
So I'm playing like a lot of New Vegas right now. I'm just like, yeah, I know how breath feels. No, dude, that's what? That sounds like grounds for a divorce to me. So. Yeah,
that's all the advice I have is divorce that nigga. Like that's your only option.
He's ready for the post-apocalypse though, so I'll give him that. You know,
period.
We know that's coming soon, so he's ready for it. You know, traveling the wasteland and stuff like that. But not right now, dude.
He's ready for a pretty advanced post-apocalypse though, because he's stealing veggies. Like he's not learning how to farm or nothing.
Well, that's not really advanced. That's like post-apocalypse. So he's a raider at this point. He's stealing shit. He's stealing vegetables from other people's gardens, dog. Imagine you seeing this musty ass dude go up in somebody's yard and like steal like they like oranges or some shit.
He's just preparing her for life in case, you know, they fall on hard times. She knows how to handle it. I respect that. He's being preemptive with it.
He's 47.
Wow.
You can be 47 and fall on hard times, man.
He's just sick of the modern high-tech life.
He's sick of working. I mean, he has to work until he's like in his 60s. You know how depressing that is when you really think about it? Like, damn, I'm going to be doing this every day of my life until I retire, hopefully. It can cause people to snap, man.
That's heavy.
Yeah, they just give up. I'm like, fuck it. I respect that because I feel that every day of my life. I'm just like, I'm not built for this.
Everyone, quit your job and steal from other people's gardens.
Exactly.
I'm halfway there anyway, so shit, might as well.
You stealing out of people's gardens?
No, but it's starting to sound more and more like a good idea. The more I hear this.
Question 3. I've been a good man.
Sure, Jan.
But my baby mamas are still caught up.
Oh.
More than one.
Good man.
That they knew about each other, that they were pregnant at the same time.
Whoa!
Damn.
So why can't we all just chill and raise our kids together? How can I make them see the big picture? We are a family. Advice.
So I have a question. If they were all born around the same time, does that make them triplets?
Oh my God. Please edit that out. Edit that out, Moris.
I mean, it's a legit question. Does it make them triplets?
Is it? Is it really?
So it's a legit question. I don't see what's wrong with that.
Oh my god.
Step triplets.
Step triplets. There you go. I mean, if he's really trying to make this a family, he needs to embrace these terms.
You need to start using it often.
Create the wordage.
My personal thought is they should just dump him and then hit him up for child support and make his life miserable. There you go. And then raise the kids together as friends without him.
I wouldn't even want to be friends with my ex's baby moms. Sounds, I don't know. It depends on the women involved. Sounds like a hassle. I don't know. I don't trust people like that. Just with kids. So nah, I don't get on that. But yeah, he ain't shit. So they should all just really just leave him alone. He's probably the main problem anyway. He's probably the main one bugging them at the end of the day.
He's like the only one without a job.
Yeah. Not working, no money. Got 3 kids, so he definitely got no money. Yo, that triplet question was legit though. I'm not even gonna lie.
No.
I felt that.
You seem to really vibe with the polygamous relationship questions.
Do I?
Yeah.
Because I'm like the furthest from polygamous they can be.
Are you?
It doesn't sound like it.
You sound really excited every time they come up. You're just like,
you sound way closer than the average person.
I'm interested in other people's relationships in a sense of that nature, but like,
so you're one of those vicariously living motherfuckers, huh?
Just do it, Mike.
Just go ahead, Mike.
No, I could do it. I don't really feel like person. I'm like kind of jealous, so like, and I hate that emotion. So I hate feeling that way. So I couldn't like have her introduce anybody or want to introduce anybody just to make somebody. I don't know. I couldn't do that if that were like the ground set in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do that. I'm like, usually when I like dating somebody, I'm like really person focused. So just only on them, not really anybody else.
Usually, he
Okay,
says.
Mike.
Usually.
I mean, as far as I know, I haven't been in a relationship with someone long enough to where I'm like, let's add somebody else into this bitch. We need another person here. I don't know. I can't take this anymore. So what's going on in the world of politics?
Yeah.
The biggest story is Brett Kavanaugh,
Right,
nominee for Supreme Court, who the Republicans are trying to push through.
a strong arm through.
A woman has stepped forward saying that he assaulted her, and conservative misinformation spreading people have really pounced on this woman and have spread a ton of misleading and blatant lies about her to try to discredit her and her claim. So the New York Times wrote an article titled "Debunking 5 Viral Rumors About Christine Ford, Kavanaugh's accuser." So the first claim against Dr. Ford was that she had a poor negative rating on ratemyprofessor.com, which is a website that students use to rate their college professors, calling her unprofessional and citing her quote unquote dark personality. And this was something that was doctored up and spread in Facebook groups as well as other social media sites. But this isn't true. They pulled someone else who is Christine Ford, but has a different middle name, and used her information to try and smear Dr. Ford.
Yeah, and you know for sure that somebody in the alt-right, whatever the fuck I don't know, I don't care about those people, but you know for sure that they saw that and probably did not care at all. It's like, dude, fuck it, we're still going to say this is her and try to basically discredit her, because that's what they do.
Because we got to kind of start from the beginning. So this dude, I think, going ahead of the situation and trying to he knew he probably had like some rape allegations or something like that. Because I think we knew about this, that they knew about it apparently around like July or whatever. It just kind of came out into the media like recently that he got like a bunch of signatures and like petitions from his classmates from his high school or whatever, saying he's been a good guy, basically, or whatever, kind of like a letter of recommendation sort of type deal. And she came out initially anonymously, which a lot of, sexual assault allegations simply come out as anonymous at first because they don't want to get all the attention and obviously all the shit slinging that you see with this woman. But she ended up just saying, fuck it, I'm out here. Let's just because I've been assaulted by this guy and his friend. For one, there's a conversation about how sexual assault victims can never. There's never a right time for sexual assault victims to say their piece and to say, "Hey, I've been in this situation. This is what happened," or whatever. And for people to, even just to simply give them the benefit of the doubt that the situation happened or whatever. A lot of the pundits on the right are really just reflecting our society's look at the sexual assault and how we dehumanize the people that happen to we victim blame them. Society tends to say, well, why didn't you say it sooner? But if then they say it sooner, and they're like, well, are you trying to get something out of this or whatever. It's sickening. And it's just like, and when you have most of the pundits of the right, like just saying the same shit over and over again, as with regards to the sexual assault victim, it's like y'all are trash, like completely and utterly trash. One of those situations where you kind of like just look at the top brass of America and just be like, yeah, y'all trash. Like even beyond what we already knew when it comes to like how you treat vets and how you guys like try to like just keep the money at the top and stuff like that. For a woman to not be able to come out and to say, hey, this guy did this to me, and take it seriously and not just try to like put it off as, oh, well, she's just trying to get ahead or trying to ruin this guy or whatever. No, she has a grievance with this dude, this piece of trash apparently, and it needs to be heard. But no, there's only like a few people that's like really wanting an investigation into this because it's an issue and it's a problem and it's something that's happened to a lot of women and men over the course of history. And you guys are just it's just really sickening. Just knowing that this woman is getting all this shit slinged at her because, oh, I decided to speak out because a lot of other people were just saying, oh, well, this guy's good, this guy's great or whatever. It's sickening. And I just like, and for her to speak out, I appreciate that she had the courage to do that because not a lot of people would have. And I think that she came out in hopes of like, any other victims of his, because it's usually not just a one-time thing with people like that. That it kind of gives other women the platform to kind of jump on. I think that's probably why she kind of put her name out there. Niggas is trash, dog. This shit is just a trash situation.
The second myth that this Times article goes over is that Judge Kavanaugh's mother once ruled against the doctor's parents in a foreclosure case, causing them to lose their home and creating a revenge motive for the accuser. Some very light research shows that this is completely false. There was a foreclosure case in the mid-90s, but it was dismissed, and Snopes reported that the ruling on that case actually allowed her parents to keep their home. So that's not true. There's another misinformation campaign saying that she made similar allegations against Justice Neil Gorsuch during his nomination process. And this one's crazy because this has been propagated and spread all over the place. And they're able to track this down to a Twitter account that basically just pulled this out of thin air and saying that his sources had told him and his sources had been accurate in the past.
Yeah, that sounds about some shitty thing that they would do.
I don't know. That sounds like bullshit to me.
I mean, it obviously is. Like, there's absolutely no evidence. So, like, even entertaining the notion of it is giving them the power that they don't deserve to have.
The Republicans would kill for that to be true, and they would never stop talking about it if it were.
And again, this whole thing just harkens back to Anita Hill and her when she was raped by Clarence Thomas, and absolutely nobody believed her, and they still pushed that dumb fuck through as the Supreme Court justice. Like, this is literally a repeat of that, in which a woman comes forward with something that's happened to them at the hands of these men, and the Republicans who are supposed to stand for, the everyday person and all this whatever bullshit they'd be peddling, like, completely dismiss it and still, go about their damn day like, oh, it happens. Like, this is the most fucked up shit ever. And what frustrates me is that, like, everybody's like, oh, well, it happened so long ago. It's like, bitch, doesn't matter. Like, the fact that she never got like neither her nor Nita are getting justice for it. That's the big issue right now. It's like you are willing to put on for fucking life, by the way, a court justice who's a total piece of shit, and then your idea is like, oh, because it happened so long ago that it's okay. Like, no, it's not okay. Like, dog, how do people sit there and say that kind of shit with a straight face? It's like so frustrating. And like what Mike was saying earlier, you know, it's like it's super crazy because it's like the Republican Party knew that this was going to happen and got 65 women to make statements saying, "Oh, he's a great guy." Keep in mind, Kavanaugh went to an all guys school. Like he didn't have any female classmates, so like they literally tried to find 65 women who I highly doubt that he remembers or he even knows say he's a great guy, as if that somehow, you know, detracts from the point of what happened with this one woman. Like that's like, you know, that's like if somebody's parents got shot and they go, well, here's 65 people who said this person's a great guy, therefore he didn't kill your parents. Like what the fuck does that to do with anything? Like at all? Like fuck out of here.
And the 65 women were materialized immediately after the accusation was made because they had them lined up.
Yeah.
And then once the details of the situation came out, they couldn't get a response back a positive remark from 63 of the 65 women. So it sounds like they try to play them for fools too. The fourth claim is that the accuser is a major Democratic donor with a long history of left-wing activism, which wouldn't change anything, in my opinion, but is also unfounded. They made up Facebook posts that said things like Scalia types must be banned from law. Scalia just bashing on conservative justices because that's what this is about. So they made up fake Facebook posts that no one could find any history of that they're also spreading around. And the very last one is that her brother worked at a law firm with ties to the Russian investigation. And this one's really interesting, actually, but it's a matter of coincidence. Her brother actually did work for Baker Hostetler, which is a law firm that was involved with Fusion GPS as part of the Russian money laundering investigation. Fusion GPS subcontracted with British intelligence officer Christopher Steele to produce the Russia dossier. And so people have connected these dots saying that she is basically an agent for this whole thing. But as the article points out, her brother left the firm in 2004, a decade before the investigation into Russian collusion began.
That's country shit. Bar none, fam. If people like this can get pushed through and the allegations not properly investigated, then it's trash, fam.
And too frequently, people are framing this as if someone does something horrible in their past, should it keep them from advancing in their life? And I feel like this kind of sidesteps the big issue, is that people who have a history of abuse or taking advantage of people can't be trusted in positions of power anymore. And being a Supreme Court justice is a huge position of power. And if this man tried to rape someone when he was in high school, I think that is very indicative of one's character. And he's not on trial. He's up for nomination he's basically going through a job interview. Like, he already has an appointment to a very high court. So him being denied advancement in his career is the least, like, there's such a small price to pay for what he allegedly did to this woman. In all honesty, like, if they're able to find concrete evidence on anyone doing these sort of things, they should be taken all sort of authority, any sort of authority that they have over anyone, especially young people and women, away from them, because they can't be trusted. Like, you have to consider the well-being of other people in our society. Even if he was a super progressive judge, like, putting someone who habitually takes advantage of people when they have less power than them is just indicative of how you could extrapolate their past actions onto their future actions. So why would someone this shitty be less shitty with more power?
it's really irritating that we as a country and as a society as a whole that we, because it is about the overall situation does deal with sexual assault and how we don't believe victims, but also the fact that we don't, for some reason, we think the best of people from people that can do, humans are capable of so much. We know that humans are capable. We've seen the news so many times of like, oh, my neighbor was such a good guy. I don't know why he killed a whole bunch of people and da da da. And it's like, I don't understand why we're still saying stuff like this when we've had evidence to the contrary for years and years and years and years and years, and we're still saying this. The fact that we got people defending R. Kelly, Cosby, Louis C.K., etc. to this day because, oh, he's such a nice guy to me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just reeks of apathy and really just not, for some reason, being cognizant of the fact that people can be trash. Like good people, can still be trash or do trash shit. Like, I don't understand why that's a thing. And this whole situation kind of like reeks of it. The fact that they're trying to garner all these people to say, oh, he's such a good guy, and just to downplay the fact that he sexually assaulted someone is just really, like I said earlier, just sickening. And it's like, I hope, but I know it's probably not going to happen. As a society, we can start getting over the fact that we see good people as just good people and not just people capable of anything, that we actually just earnestly see people for who they potentially can be and who they are at the same time. Like, you can do both. Like, it's not impossible. I do it every day. And I'm assuming it's every day for a lot of people. So I don't understand why we still do this bullshit. I do not.
So it was officially announced that LeBron James is going to star in Space Jam 2.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody get up. It's trying to slam now. We got a real jam going down. They better use that damn theme song again.
Yeah, they're bringing that back, right?
They better.
As long as they don't bring back I Believe I Can Fly with R. Kelly, we're good.
Oh.
Yeah, look at y'all. Y'all got too hype. Had to bring y'all motherfuckers back down to earth real quick. It's 2018, depressed time, boys.
Dang, R. Kelly. God, why you gotta be such a good artist, fam? I hate that so much. That's a beautiful song, man.
Well, we'll get someone else to sing it.
It's being directed by Terrence France and produced by Ryan Coogler.
That's what kind of got my eye. Like, Ryan Coogler producing this?
This is the deepest story about basketball ever. He'll be crying at the thing like, oh my God, yo, did you see what happened? I'm excited. LeBron can't act for shit, but neither could Jordan, and it was still a good-ass movie. So
that's why I wanted to ask you guys, was Space Jam actually good?
It was a good movie,
entertaining.
It was a good movie.
Because I was a little kid when it came out.
Same.
I'm the same way. Like, I have a lot of nostalgia for it.
I particularly don't have the same nostalgia I had for when I was younger. Because when I grew, now that I'm an adult and I am into film analysis a lot more, I can pick it apart if I needed to, but it's like, why? It doesn't need that. It is not necessary. It's entertaining.
Have you watched it recently?
Yeah, I watched it like a year or two ago. And I was like, I still hate that I gave it away. I gave my VHS away. I feel like an idiot for doing that. But yeah, it's just still enjoyable. It's still a good movie. Michael Jordan can't act, but the thing is, like, his dry ass acting actually works really well against the Looney Tunes.
Mm.
It works.
I haven't seen it since I was like,
rewatch it.
I'm all right. I'm good on that.
no, you're going to rewatch it. You don't have to rewatch it.
I'm
yes,
good.
you are.
I'm just going to watch Space Jam 2.
It's not going to be 2. What if it's not 2? What if it's like a reboot? That's
fine. I'll still watch Space Jam reboot.
So we get the Space Jam multiverse. then like the next one with Kyrie or some bullshit. I don't know.
We should not do that. Let's not do that.
Oh man, my question about it is, who's going to be the Monstars? That's my biggest question.
The Golden State Warriors.
I hate that joke so
and
much.
Then never give the powers back to them.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, do you think they're gonna like retread the story or try to do something completely original?
I think they should do both. I think there's a lot of good stuff about the original that don't need to be replaced. Of course, the Monstars. I wonder if Mr. Swaghammer is going to be revoiced by was it Danny DeVito? That'd be Danny DeVito. Bill Murray coming out of nowhere.
I could actually see Bill Murray agreeing to be in this.
He ain't doing nothing else.
Bill Murray, Larry. There's not going to be like this. I think a lot of my favorite parts of Space Jam was like the Larry Bird, Bill Murray, Michael Jordan like thing or whatever. It was like weird as shit that they are in the movie. and Bill Murray having like a midlife crisis during the movie while Jordan like retiring and shit, even though he probably retired. Oh yeah, they did like retread it. Okay, so that part's probably gonna be gone about LeBron probably like retiring or something like that. I think that probably won't be a part of the movie.
I mean, he's got a 3-year contract, so yeah, that's probably not going to be a thing on that movie.
Because they used the whole Michael Jordan retiring because he was gambling plotline. So they probably not gonna use that. But the fact that Larry Bird and Bill Murray in there is like some of my favorite parts of the movie. It's like he's not white, he's clear. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh man. They had Newman in there too. So replace Newman with like Lil Rel or something like that. I could probably do a good casting for this if I could sit down and think about it. But I'm excited for it because Coogler's on it. So what has the director done? I don't recall his name, so I didn't really.
Dude, I saw their name and I blanked.
Did anybody look anything up?
Nah.
Or I was at work. I was at work when I saw the drop. So
yeah, I saw it and I was just like, okay, Coogler's producing, therefore Coogler's directing. This guy's just there in name. I just need to know who the team they're going to play against and whose abilities they're stealing. This is very important. It's like the most pivotal part of the story. Because if it's some scrubs, I don't understand why LeBron's risking his life for it. So it has to be some good characters.
Nah, he was gonna be a straight up slave. Remember?
No, I don't remember. I watched it. I watched.
You need to watch the movie. God, how you gonna be like excited for Space Jam 2 and not remember any of the plot?
Nostalgia is fueling me right now, my guy. Like I don't want to ruin it.
Jordan made a bet for the players' talents or whatever, and Mr. Swaghammer was like, "Hey, look, if you lose, you're gonna come back to my theme park. You're gonna basically be a slave, and you can't win a game, another basketball game for the rest of your life, because we're gonna force you to lose every single game."
My point still stands then. Like, they got to be some good people for LeBron to gamble for. Like, he's not going to be like, LeBron's not going to be like, all right, yo, I'm trying to get y'all skills back. If they're like bench warmers, like, he's not. He's going to be like, oh, well, you know, nigga, you got your degree? Okay, cool. Go for that.
I'm thinking Curry. Of course, you got to have Curry in there. KD. Harden. I think James Harden got to be in there.
Yeah, you can put James Harden in there. The Greek Freak.
You got to have the one white guy.
Hold on. I got one.
Blake Griffin's stock has dropped incredibly, so we can't use him, unfortunately.
No, I'm thinking of a white player that we can use. I got this. Just give me a second. I'm going to think of one.
Just one white player, Angelus.
Oh, man. Let me think of somebody, bro. There's got to be somebody who is decent that can be used in this situation.
No Google.
All right, fine.
That's not fair.
Fuck. Are there any good ones still playing? Fuck it. Gordon Hayward. Like, that's all I got, man.
He's good when his leg's not broken.
Okay, it works. See? We'll use him. That's 5, right?
And it was 5. Because who was in the original? You had Muggsy Bogues.
That nigga, no. We're not using him anymore.
Charles
No,
Barkley.
we can use Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, my God. If he's still playing.
No, like, LeBron can gamble for a better hip. Like, that can be part of the arrangement.
Oh, my God. Isaiah Thomas would probably be perfect. Either Isaiah Thomas or... Because who had? He had Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Muggsy Bogues. Who was a tall nigga? He was like the only character. He's only the only basketball player on that team that I didn't know. And an old dude that played for the Hornets. I couldn't remember who he was. But
Larry Johnson.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
We still got to figure out this music situation, though.
Music, you got to have a dope soundtrack. We're not getting Kendrick Lamar back though. We can find somebody else.
Are you sure? They don't even start filming until next year.
We can find somebody else. Oh,
no Drake either.
Okay.
I know this is his prime demographics.
With the current stuff that's happening with Drake, you can't trust him with a soundtrack to a kid's movie.
Nah.
Yeah. Still can't trust him. Put Drake on it.
It's gonna have Looney Tunes in it. Nah, you can't have Drake around that.
So Terrence Nance is the dude that's doing Random Acts of Flyness on HBO right now, which I heard is a really good show.
He directed some movie too, an oversimplification of her beauty.
I see that. Wow, you really see Women Who Kill. So not African Booty Scratcher. Okay.
Wait, what?
That's one of the movies on the on Google. Okay. IMDb, we'll look some more stuff up. But yeah, okay. So it's probably definitely gonna have like a really good artistic flair to it. Then if that's the case. It's gonna be weird as shit, but I'm down for it. I'm down. Soundtrack, you got a remix, the original theme or whatever. I'm down. You gotta have a psychology scene or whatever when they was like trying to figure out why they couldn't play basketball anymore, and and asked one of the basketball players if they're having any other problems with performance anywhere else. Shit, that movie was fucking good. I don't care what no one else says. That was a good ass movie. Oh yeah, and of course another big thing: how are they going to treat Lola if she comes back?
Oh yeah, good question.
Well, I think if they do this modernly, then there would be at least one WNBA player in there. Because I know Bron himself is a big fan of the WNBA.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I can see it. What about Jeremy Lin?
For
they
what?
want it diversity's sake. Just to have, I don't know. I'm just tossing niggas in at this point.
I'm really upset that none of us said anything.
I didn't know what to say to that.
I was like, I just thought about it. I'm like, who else could we add in here just for diversity's sake?
And they had Fly Like an Eagle from Seal.
Oh, that's a good ass song. That whole soundtrack was sick.
I Believe I Could Fly.
Hit 'em high, high. Yeah, hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em high. That
was a great song.
A whole bunch of like the 90s best right there in one song.
That's a grimy ass rap song.
It really was. I was like, this is on a child's Hold
it's
up.
grimy as fuck. I don't think they did any cursing in the entire song, and they talk about just balling on you.
No, LL Cool J cursed.
What do you say?
Hold on, I gotta remember because I know all the words of the song. That's the thing that's embarrassing. I still know the word.
It is like a great pre-game hype up song.
It is.
It really is. It's good workout music too. Honestly, the way LO came in was dope as shit too.
It was a dope ass song. And then
lightning strikes, the court lights get dim. Supreme competition is about to begin above the rim. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Damn, R. Kelly had 2 songs on that soundtrack.
Which one?
All of My Days.
Oh.
Featuring Jay-Z.
Oh.
This soundtrack, man, Jay-Z was on there. R. Kelly was on it. Chris Rock, apparently.
Yeah.
Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
D'Angelo.
Yeah, I remember D'Angelo.
Rhymes, Coolio.
Monica, For You I Will is such a beautiful damn song. Oh my God. That was a good ass soundtrack. And see, they got 14 tracks. They need like 20 fucking tracks on one song. Yeah. I'm excited. That just thinking about it is getting me way more excited. Just all the possibilities.
R. Kelly was a producer of that album.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Tainted forever.
Who can we get to produce in his place?
Who's a good producer nowadays? Like who's like a pivotal producer in our age of like music?
I mean, Kendrick did a really amazing job with Black
Panther.
He
did. And you know what? Shit, I'm looking at the roster right now because we can't get Kanye because he gone. He lost. He ain't never coming back.
Just saying, Kendrick did a really good job with Black Panther.
Yeah.
He also did a good job with Damn. Cause get Jay to produce it.
Get 40 to produce it.
No, Jay, not Drake.
No, then it'll be like 3 discs
with the same mellow ass beat. I'm just like, oh my God, bro.
Sped up 90s R&B sample again.
Damn, sample fucking For You I Will and shit like that.
Nah, I'm good. We can always get Monica to make a new song. She's very unproblematic.
As far as we know.
She's just living her best life.
No, Cardi B's gonna be on there somehow, some way.
I hate how R. Kelly has made it impossible for I Believe I Could Fly to be involved in Space Jam 2.
I think it's involved. You just can't use R. Kelly to sing it. You got to have somebody else.
What, Chris Brown? You make it more problematic?
No, what?
The modern problematic R&B singer.
Exactly. Make it more problematic. Damn.
Well, we're still gonna figure out the producer thing. Like, who's gonna produce the damn album? Like, this is really important.
Oh, Tay Keith.
Imagine hearing that like in the main, like as the main event of the movie start. Yeah, the main event of the movie starts. All of a sudden, you just hear "Take it, fuck that nigga up." Parents like, "Oh my God!"
All the 90s Keely, hell yeah.
That's it. Space Jam 2 needs a push for an R rating now.
R rating.
This is not for the children anymore.
I'm excited. It's actually a really dope announcement, though. I'm excited. It's good. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Got my man Coogler on the front. Got a really creative director. Thing is, okay, so Lola Bunny, we didn't really go over that, but are they gonna like sexualize her like she was initially when she first was introduced, or is she gonna be like her? So I don't know if you guys watched the Looney Tunes show, right? That kind of like Seinfeldian version of Looney Tunes or whatever they had a few years back, which is actually really good in my opinion. People didn't like it, but because they changed up the character and stuff. One of the contentious things was like they changed up Lola's character from kind of being like this, obviously like furry bait, into like this like
Did you say furry bait?
Furry bait, yeah. I mean,
do we need to talk about this?
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Lola Bunny turned a lot of, basically is what made a lot of people identify as.
Oh my god,
furries.
If you want to admit to something,
yeah, like I really feel like you're just like you're tiptoeing around.
No, I'm not tiptoeing around anything. What I was getting to was that Lola's character in the Looney Tunes show was a dumbass, and clearly had some issues or whatever. So I'm thinking they might fuse the character, kind of like make it more of an in between or whatever. But it's kind of really hard to really just justify either or character. I mean, I like Lola's character in the newer iterations of the character. I like her character, but I can't look. I don't really look too favorably to her initial like pseudo feminist character where she like didn't like to be called dolls and shit, and it's just like, all right, fam, okay, sexy bunny thing. I'm like, all right, fam, that's interesting, but nah, I'm good.
Mike, what have you been up to these past 2 weeks? Besides thinking about Lola Bunny.
The silence is deafening right now.
Was that all you did these past 2 weeks?
Oh my god, no. Actually,
all right. What else did you do?
Angelus, you want to go ahead and go, dog? You want to go ahead and go?
I'm not the one on trial right now, bro.
I was definitely not doing that. I hadn't thought about Lola Bunny in years, to be honest. Mainly just I hate y'all so much. Oh my god, I hate y'all so much.
So what's been going on in your life, Mike?
I lost my train of thought. Been writing a lot more. Oh, working on the script for my Soul Calibur, comparing Soul Calibur and Tekken. Been working on that script. Let's see, it's going to be like a sequel to my previous video where I compare Street Fighter and Tekken for those that were coming from a 2D fighting game to a 3D fighting game and trying to like break it down like the simplest bits or whatever. So I'm doing that for Soul Calibur, which should be a lot easier because since they're both 3D fighters, they have a lot in common, but there's a lot different. So kind of working on that for when Soul Calibur 6 drops next month. Streaming wise, pretty much, I finally got a PS2. PS2 didn't come with a PS2 controller. That pissed me off. I'm like, how the hell you gonna give me a PS2 without a controller, fam? Like,
you got it off eBay?
I got it off Amazon.
Damn.
So I'm assuming that it was gonna be a lot better. I didn't have to worry about that issue, but lo and behold. Anyway, so
play like a fiddle.
What else? So I'm gonna get all that set up. So I got everything Soul Calibur 3 ordered and everything. So we'll continue the marathon, and that's pretty much it on my end. Really, just getting the stream and YouTube stuff down. Still looking for a new job. Angelus, Moris, y'all want to go?
Did we do this last week?
What's up?
I said, didn't we do this last week?
Yeah, we do it every 2 weeks.
No, though. 2 weeks. What have you been up to segment?
Yeah, we did it last time we talked 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, in that case, something's changed for me in 2 weeks because it's only been 2 fucking weeks.
Do you think we should skip it like every other?
I don't think that 2 weeks is enough to like
to live a life.
Yeah, like as a whole adult, like nothing's really changed for me in 2 weeks. You know, like I would probably say we should do that part once a month.
Like the tail end of a month or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
Okay, we could do that.
Morris, you still? How's
your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Does she know you smoke weed? Of course she does.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to retread old topics.
She definitely knew the whole time. She's just like, I'm disappointed in you, father.
Oh, I told you guys I took my real estate exam.
Yeah,
Right.
we're gonna celebrate that.
So that was
that's why we're podcasting on Thursday.
I originally passed it 8 years ago. Damn. Yeah, I was 21.
21. Sorry.
And then I let it lapse without renewing it. So I had to go retake the exam. Only takes about like a week of studying to pass that exam. It's fairly easy.
Damn, really? I'm about to be on HGTV house flipping. Be a new like property brother or some shit. The black one.
Be property brother and just be yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Half of each episode is you actually having cops called on you for being in the wrong neighborhood.
Was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about?
Molly let me down.
Oh, we were going to talk about the Diaspora Wars.
Diaspora
we
Wars
always
2.
hit on really good topics that we never put down for next time.
Diaspora Wars 2, the run back, damn it.
I mean, we kind of cut out a whole part, so you might as well just slide this on the air. But yeah, so recently, so after Black Panther, I thought we were all together.
Oh, that was so cute in your night, bro. I respect it.
In our blackness, I thought every black person would understand.
So you thought after Black Panther came out,
we were all one.
Like
every black person synchronized and we're in harmony.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought, and I was like, yeah.
I respect that view so much because it's so pure.
Wakanda forever. And then I remember, you had Coogler's interview about how we're not really different, how we all still share the same customs and stuff like that. And I was like, I feel that shit, man. We together. Yes, we doing this shit. We out here, black folks. Gang.
And then
I slowly started to see Twitter devolve, Black Twitter specifically, devolve into intercultural wars between our black brethren, mainly those that are like from African descent, like straight up African descent, and Black American. And I've definitely noticed that there's some resentment, and I never really seen this. I've seen African kids get made fun of. I've African booty scratchers, stuff like that. Heard it all my life. So I understand why a lot of Africans may have issues with Black Americans or because they got made fun of. But I never noticed the resentment that I guess Black Americans had held against Africans or whatever. I guess because they seem to be looking down at the Black American for, I guess, not being hard worker. They get tossed a lot of like the anti-Black sentiments that white people get tossed at us all the time. And I had no idea that was a big deal. But after reading like a bunch of like tweets and stuff like that, I was like, wow, I was completely wrong. And just hearing Yvonne Orji's interview at the Breakfast Club or whatever about her being, Charlemagne asked her, so do you think Africans think they're superior to Black Americans or whatever? And she basically said, no, but yes, pretty much. That was pretty much her response.
Said yes.
Yeah.
She took the long about route to say yeah. She's like, Nigerians, we look down upon everybody. We only look at our competition. I'm like, so you basically just said that. You look down upon us. You don't see us as like your equals. Cool. I'm going to stop watching Insecure now.
No, you're not.
I'm not. But I'm really upset with her words, and it hurt me deeply. I wasn't to her because that's about par for the course in the Diaspora Wars. Like, I just find the Diaspora Wars like really hilarious because a lot of the times the arguments against Black Americans is always, oh, you guys don't ever celebrate, your African roots, or you don't take trips to Africa. And it's like, bitch, like, how can we celebrate our roots? Like, how? Like, did you forget about slavery? Do you have like fucking Columbus syndrome? You forgot all about that shit, bro? Like, there's this huge gap of time that, you know, has not been accounted for in your mind here. Like, how can we celebrate something we don't know where the fuck we're from, bro? Like, come on. It's the most annoying argument they make. I look at them like, you really are stupid, huh? Like, you really are just, you're dumb. Like, you are officially actually dumb. Your parents should be ashamed of you. You know, like, it's all I can think.
Did you turn to Antoine Dodson all of a sudden?
I'm just saying. But then, you know, they always say, how come you guys don't go to Africa? Like, well, first of all, bitch, like, Africa is an entire continent. Like, which country are we supposed to be going to again? Like, you don't even know about Africa. Like, you know about your country in Africa. You know about your tribe in Africa, but you don't know shit about the other 53 countries, but you expect us to know about all 54? Man, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like,
and not all of them are like black either. Like, the whole
exactly. And it's just like
Arabic,
motherfucker, you know how much money it costs to go fucking travel to 54 countries? Like, holy shit. Like, this is amazing that you can sit here and say that to me or to any black American with a straight face like that. And it's like,
and
no, go ahead.
No, on the other end of that, it's like, and then on our end, it's like we'd be culturally appropriating negatively if we did try to embrace our culture a little bit more, because there's parts of the culture that we don't have. That's not ours. It's not ours. So we'd be, and you'd be justified and be angry if we were culturally appropriate. I know y'all hate those words.
And they do get angry when we do that. Like, when people do the whole Back to Africa movement and shit like that, they get so upset. Like, oh, this isn't your culture. Oh, you're not from this country. And it's like, well, bitch, what the fuck do you want from us, bro? Like, please, like, break it down to us what you want us to do, given our limited resources and given our limited knowledge of where the fuck we come from. Please explain to me how we can make amends. And why the fuck are we, quote unquote, making amends when y'all just like absolutely jack the fuck out of our fucking culture that you say that we don't have? You know what I mean? Like, I see that all the time on Twitter. It's like, you will see a bunch of African American, African Americans who will like have like names like, oh, Young, something like that, or things like that. Like, oh, cool, hello. You're just like completely like, they dress like they'll dress like African. Like, oh my god, this is the most frustrating thing.
Black Americans.
There you go. They will dress like us, use our words, our ebonics, our slang, and then in the same breath say, oh, you have no culture. Okay, what the fuck do you think you're using right now? Because this sure shit's not yours. Like, you're not fucking talking in Xhosa or whatever fucking your language is. You're not talking in Igbo. You're talking in fucking African American vernacular English, my dude. That is all us, none of y'all. So it's like, you can't sit here, shit on us, and then turn around and be like, oh, we're all one and we just want you guys to be aware of us. Like, no, that's not how it works. It's so frustrating, because it's like, even if a black person was to get, like, for instance, right, you get a DNA test, congratulations, you now know where you're from. You still don't know your fucking tribe. You still don't know at what part of that country you are from or anything like that. And the second part is and that you're fucking probably mixed as shit. So you're not all like Nigerian. You could be Nigerian, Singalese, Congo, a whole bunch of shit. So it's like, which one do you you pick to be represent your culture? And you have no, like, you can't find your actual family there. So it's like, you have no ties there. So it's like, what the fuck do you do? That's how I don't know. I get frustrated at how Africans come at Black Americans and look down upon us and like, oh, you guys don't have culture. You guys don't have this. You should go visit Africa. Why do you never do things for Africa? Like, why the fuck do y'all never do things for us? Like, I don't understand why we have to do all this work and shit like that. Like, it literally makes no sense to me. And then sometimes you get those who will start talking about how, oh, the reason why they look down upon Black Americans is because we're all poor and things like that. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know if you've noticed, you dumb fuck, but you moved to this country from your country, which was full of famine. Like, how come you didn't build up your country instead of leaving it? Like, you guys literally in the exact same situation as us. The only difference is you were in your situation in the Black majority country ruled by you guys. So it's like, you had the exact same outside influences that fucked up your country that fuck us up in this country. So how can you sit there and shit on us because we haven't been able to better our situation? Many of us have not been able to better their situation within America. And it's like, many Nigerians have not been able to better their situation in Nigeria. Like, it's the exact same fucking thing. So it's like, the fact that you can come and attack 13% of the American population for shit that they can't control, while, you know, a good 80% of your population in your country are going through the exact same struggles as ours by the exact same groups, by the way, it blows my mind.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. Like, this is such an annoying thing because, like, I have Nigerian friends, I have Somali friends, and like, despite the fact, like, they all get it, and it's like, it's so weird. Like, I'll sit there and I'll talk with them, though they understand all of these things, and I'm like, they'll be like, I don't understand why my mom doesn't get it, or I don't understand why these people don't get it. I'm like, I don't understand either, because it's like, these are the people who will literally complain about how terrible situations are in their home country, and it's like, yeah, that we're going through the exact same thing here in America. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you think, like, it's not easier for us in America? Like, we're 13% of a population that's white majority who still oppress us every day. It's not easy for us any more than it is for people in your home country. Like, you were lucky because your parents made enough money and sacrificed enough for them to move out. But shit, that's a lot harder for a black American to move out of America and go where? Like, dog, come on.
Once again,
from
wow.
the outside looking in, on both sides, it's sad how much of the criticism for each group is steeped in anti-blackness.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like Africans will default to stereotypes of Black Americans, and then Black Americans, like most Americans, have very ignorant depictions of what Africa is as a continent.
Yeah.
Like the only time Africa is ever shown on TV to most Americans is those commercials where they're trying to get you to donate to feed the children. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of exposure to Africa in the States. It seems like there needs to be some sort of empathy from Africans toward African Americans, towards Black Americans, I mean, in regards to how their culture was decimated and taken from them. And maybe in exchange for Black Americans to stop bringing up how Africans have no swagger. Do you think that's a good negotiating starting point?
Wow.
I mean,
I wouldn't say that last one.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's the funny
I hear
thing
that
is
shit all the time,
which is weird because, like, bro, like, for instance, Afro beats are fucking amazing. Like, all the different countries who have their fucking different sounds, like, fuck, how can you say that they don't? But at the same time, I can kind of get that because, like, a lot of their dress and the way they carry themselves is hand lifted from Black America, but at the same time, they turn around and make it their completely own unique thing, you know, completely separate from what we do here in America. Like, it's the same way in the UK. Like, if you look at Black UK youth, the way they dress and the way they talk and stuff like that, it's completely different from how Black Americans dress, talk, and move. You know what I mean? Like, the same thing applies to, like, you know, all the countries in Africa. So, like, I don't know. I've never really been comfortable saying that, oh, Africans are swagless. Like, I disagree with that completely. It's just that people see, you know, Africans wearing like Jordans and jeans and think that, oh, you took that from African Americans. It's like, only to a certain extent. Like, you can't really, like, they're fucking brands that are global. Like, what do you expect them to completely ignore them because it's there? Like, come on, man. But no, like, the topic of, like, I think Mike said earlier about how, you know, a lot of Africans resent being bullied in middle school. Like, honestly, I tell people to get the fuck over that because, like, that exact same thing can be used as an argument as to why so many dudes don't like women. Like, oh, this one girl played me in fucking middle school and I've been resentful ever since. But nobody's going to sit there and say that, oh, that's a valid reason to hate women as an adult. So I don't think that, you know, you being bullied in middle school is a valid reason for you to look down and hate another group of people. I mean, my mom fucking took us to Nigeria for 2 months and I got bullied every day of my fucking life. I don't hate Nigerians. Like, that shit happens. Kids are pieces of shit. Like, okay, congrats. You know what I mean? Like, it happened. I got over it, like, very quickly.
A lot of the counter argument is that it happens after school anyways.
I mean, people get, like, for instance, I got called African booty scratcher by fucking fellow Black Americans. Like,
yeah, everybody got called that.
Yeah, like, that wasn't something that was pointed to other people because they were African. Like, bro, everybody got called that shit. Like, that was basically like the go-to roast if you were dark skinned. Like, that, or you, like, oh, when you're at night, we can only see if you smile, like shit like that. Like that's basically what every kid has had thrown at them. Like you didn't get called that because you were African. You got called that because you were black. Period. Like, and I mean, I've had white Americans like call me a spirit chugger. Like, I'm like, bro, I was born and raised. I wasn't born and raised in America, but I'm like, bro, I'm American. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like people are making the distinction with these insults because you are specifically, African. It's just, oh, you are black. Therefore, we're going to say the most fucked up shit about you.
It's basically anti-blackness created by white people that's forcing this division. So, yeah, I'm blaming white folks for this one. Again.
Yeah, if only Black Panther brought us together.
God damn it, I thought Killmonger would make them understand.
SoWellspoken.com.
Killmonger probably made them hate us more, bro.
True.
He went in that fucking country and tore that shit apart real quick.
SoWellspoken.com.
Michael B. Jordan vs. Superman.
Oh yeah, that is happening too. Maybe, hopefully.
No, hope not. I really don't.
I actually don't want it to happen because, like, no offense, but Earth 23 Superman and Earth 2 Superman are kind of boring. So, no.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say all that, but
I said it. You can fight me on my Twitter. Go ahead and follow me, and then tell me how much I'm wrong. It's cool.
At SoWellspokenPod on Facebook, IG, and Twitter.
Gang. Cardi B, Superbowl already. Wow, her impact.
And Travis Scott.
Straight up. So
you know Nicki's mad.
It's lit.
Oh yeah, damn. I actually did not think about that part. Wow. It's gonna be the worst Super Bowl ever, though. Maroon 5. When the fuck was it? When was the last time they were relevant?
They always have like little bops every once in a while, and then like you don't hear about the whole album. It's like they have like singles with bops and shit like that. You're like, all right, that was all right, and then they just face up.
It's gonna be like 40 minutes of singing "This Love Has Taken Over Me" on a loop.
And it really makes me wonder if I ever gave
straight up. And you're just gonna hear Travis running around the background yelling up straight up. Like, what is Cardi gonna do? Though? What is Cardi gonna do? Scream out, "Little bitch, you can't fuck with me." Oh man, white people are gonna be so confused from Maroon 5 to being told that these are bloody shoes. Like, what the hell are bloody shoes?
I mean, think about what Beyonce did. And niggas got mad. Like, white folks got real mad.
Cardi B ain't gonna do anything that's elaborate and as thought-provoking as that.
Exactly. That's my point. That's not gonna happen.
Just can't wait. I just want to hear her say, just run out on stage. Now said she, go do what to who? Let's find out and see.
Oh my gosh.
I'm hyped. Hey, it's gonna be hype. And then you're gonna hear Travis playing Sicko Mode.
I ain't watching that shit. It's NFL, man. Fuck them.
Exactly. But the thing is, like, people are gonna you're gonna see it on Twitter. People are like, who the fuck is a Travis Scott? What's a Cardi B?
White kids like Travis Scott.
Yeah, but white parents
don't. You ain't see that the white kids singing Goosebumps?
Yeah, I feel like this NFL one, they were just like, like first they announced Maroon 5. People were like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, when was the last time they were relevant? And then NFL was like, fine, here's 2 black people. Like, Jesus Christ, leave me alone. Like, that's what it really feels like. Because it's like, they have no synergy with each other at all. Like Coldplay and Beyonce, you can hear that works because Beyonce, she's very versatile. Travis Scott and Cardi, they stay in their pockets fully. You know what I mean? Like, they don't leave that pocket.
That's gonna be some hood ass. That's gonna be some hood ass shit.
Cardi is not gonna be trying to sing or nothing.
Hey, ain't you in Atlanta? Like, that's
Cardi can come out that thing decked out in all red, some bloods. Like, oh man. Travis is gonna yell out straight up all day. Like,
yeah,
it's lit. Like, that's all it's gonna. Like, this is gonna be a shit show, honestly.
Jamba Juice. Something about some Jamba Juice.
Yeah, I don't know what he was talking about at the time. I just like, this is a good song.
Don't you open up that window?
Yeah, he might actually play that song. That's like was his like biggest hit.
He definitely is. Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah, but I don't really see who this halftime show is. Like, they're trying to cater to everybody, but it's like the acts themselves don't really synergize well. So it's gonna be like, okay.
Well, the NFL has been the pioneer of a lot of bad decisions lately.
This is lately. Shit.
Yeah. I want Travis Scott or Cardi B. Like, oh no, I want Adam Levine. Like, shout out to Colin Kaepernick.
That would be a boy. Man,
that would be the funniest.
Maroon 5 taking the knee.
That would. White people will probably. Somebody might try to shoot them, like right there on the spot. Like, how dare you? You know Trump would flip out.
So we still in the South. So.
Oh yeah, you are.
Maroon 5 gotta take that knee. I don't want Cardi or Travis to do that. Maroon 5 gotta take that knee. Oh man,
it'll be interesting to watch. Well, not really watch, but to read.
I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah,
read the reactions. Yeah,
I don't even like football, so I'll never watch it. But no, like I actually really want to see how a certain segment of Twitter reacts to the NFL halftime show. Because I don't know why, like I thrive on white people being confused and angry for no reason. Their irrational fear and hatred, it motivates me to be better and to rub it in their face as much as possible.
All right, I'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks.
Word.
All right.
Later.
Is my shit done on this game? Hey.